in a very Spinal Tap kind of way, have still got the tags on my twin reverb. This is the only amp that I really use because it's just a simple, straight, lovely sounding bit of circuitry.
I actually use a Fender Twin. It's a reissue. In my system, I use it for really clean sounds, pedals in front of it to get slightly distorted sounds.
When I plugged it in with that Showman amp, 85 watts peaking 100 watts, made the people's ears bleed. It was like going from a VW to an F-16.
You know, I love the old Fender amps, like the 50s, like the Harvard, the Twin, of course, the Champ. These are all 50s. Amps that I have, but recently I've been using these FM25 amps.
Tone, I'm a tone freak. I like tone, and of course the Fender Twin. I really like the 65 reissue.
I was using all sorts of different amps backstage. Another thing was I was just getting one tone. I wasn't really able to warm up for my shows because on stage I like to use a bunch of different amps for different tones. So it was kind of cool because once I started messing with it, I realized, I can get a clean tone, get a dirty rhythm tone, get a lead tone.
Besides the G-Deck here by Fender is the Fender Bassman, 64 Bassman. It's pretty much the most ideal sound that I've found for a clean tone.
What I really like about the Bassman is how good they are with pedals. So it allows for the clarity. And you know, there's no point having distortion pedals if you can't use it.
Like I remember when black bass amps came out. And what a thing that was, you know, so perfectly of its moment.
Fender amps for me, starting with the little Champ that Jimmy used to have in the dressing room for rehearsals, to the amp that we used to record Voodoo Child with.
Clean sounding Strat through a Champ. A lot of that came down to my dad, where he would just say, you know, if you can't play with a Strat through a Champ or a Bassman, you know, Strat and a Bassman was all I was allowed. No effects or anything.
Fender Hot Rod DeVille's 410s, we both played them. It's amazing how often we see these on the road. There's so many. I remember we played like one show in California or something, and there was like 10 DeVilles on stage.
Twin Reverb, 65 reissue. It seems to be a great bass for my pedals that I like, and it's just a real warm, good sounding amp.
But I also like these Supersonic amps, which get the classic clean sound, but they also get a slightly more modern, overdriven sound.
It's so incredible to me the way that Leo Fender and Freddie Tavares and all those guys at the in the early days, they just got it right the first time.
There's a handful of the guys that have that same homegrown spirit from the beginning of time that is still with Fender.
The way it sounds is still the same today. You know, it's just improved. They've become better and, you know, tougher and louder.
There's a very distinctive tone with Fender amps.
And that big, fat, thick sound.
They're versatile, very clean, the cleans are good.
Very dependable and real sweet tone.
Everything. From the way they sound to the way they look to the way they smell, everything.
And they sound so good.